What's going on, everybody? I just want to drop a quick video with y'all real quick. I was thinking about something. I know a lot of you ladies probably gonna throw me under the bus for saying this, but I guess if it's going to be said, it should come in connection with a woman. So hopefully y'all don't get at me too bad, but here we go. In my opinion, we as women are the worst at communicating our wants and needs in a way that could be understood. We like to speak in the fantasy world, which is understood and is not our fault because it's in connection with our upbringing and the idea that a man's supposed to sweep you off your feet and romance you, all the Disney Channel movies and Hallmark cards and all of that. We're brought up on the fantasy of love, the fantasy of relationships, the dreams and expectations of love. And because that is what we have been brought up to perceive the world to be, we hold our partners to that standard. As well as watching movies as well, we use movies to dictate how things should be and what they should look like and how they should go, And so it's a very touchy subject, but this is just it, plain and simple. As a result of being taught such things, our values and what we communicate when it comes to what we need and what we require in relationships, we tend to speak in general statements that unfortunately are almost impossible for men to understand, or any person for that matter that's actually using a logical mind and genuinely trying to understand. Case in point, I just want you to love me. Huh? I want you to spend quality time with me. What? You don't have enough time for me. Huh? You don't listen. What? All of these things describe your perspective, but it doesn't speak to what you actually need, nor really what the problem is. And this is how we talk in communication with men. And we can't figure out for the life of us how or why they're confused in the first place. If you say you don't listen, let's zoom in a little closer. The idea of listening requires sound to travel into the ear and be interpreted by your brain for the most part, right? So when you tell a person that they do not listen, yet they can repeat everything that you said verbatim back to you, we know for sure that the ability to retain information in an audible fashion is not the problem. But yet, that is the description of what's happening. You don't listen. And the other person, in defense of themselves, say, I can tell you what you just said, to debunk the idea that I don't listen, right? And usually when she says you don't listen, she's not saying you are incapable of taking in audible information. What she's saying is, I'm talking to you and you are responding in a way that makes me feel like I'm not heard. But that's not what she says. So of course, if she says you don't listen, he has to contend with the fact that it sounds like you're saying, I'm unable to take in audible information and process it. So he's going to defend himself against that. And she doesn't even mean that. You see how quickly you can end up in an argument arguing about the thing that she's not even talking about? He's defending the very perception she's not even implying because she's using a general statement to describe a specific feeling. Women do this all the time. And I'm sure people do this all the time. But of course, my focus at this point is women. Ladies, you have to understand that, and most often than not, you're not clear. Making statements such as this doesn't convey anything, yet you want a response to it that answers what you require or fulfills what you need. In order for that to manifest itself, you have to be specific and clear. You can't say, "You don't love me." Huh? This person pays bills, they come home every day, they do their part, they do what you ask them to do. As far as they know, they meet all your needs because there's stuff in your head you haven't told him about, and you can't hold him responsible for that because you haven't discussed it, obviously. We have to do better. General statements do not work. Not only do they not fully and clearly express to your partner what you need, they also don't make you feel heard because you're not actually speaking to your problem. You're speaking to a general statement that actually has nothing to do with what you're actually trying to say. And then you get upset at the response not fitting what you stated. It actually does fit what you stated. It doesn't fit what you meant. We have to get better with how we communicate, the words we use. And I get it. We have vernacular and different slang and terminologies and all these different things. The one place those things are not appropriate are when you're having a discussion with your partner. You should be clear, concise, calm, and have your ears open and willing to understand and listen to your partner, not listening to talk, but listening to understand. That's how you achieve full transparency and complete communication with the person that you've chosen. But ladies, in order for you to even insinuate that it's your partner's fault, you first have to be responsible and accountable for how you are communicating what you require. Because if you aren't being clear, neither will their response be. And if you want them to be able to meet you halfway, your portion is to be clear and easily understood. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Peace.